Imagine standing on a world painted in red and rust, where every horizon stretches into the unknown and every step you take is a step into history. Above you, a pale pink sky glows softly, casting an otherworldly light over the silent, ancient plains. In the distance, a tiny blue dot, Earth, floats in the Martian sky, a fragile reminder of the world you once called home, now separated by millions of miles in a vast gulf of time. The silence here is profound, broken only by the steady hum of your habitat's life support systems, and the faint echo of your own heartbeat. This isn't just science fiction anymore. This is the future humanity is striving to build, a future where our footsteps mark not one world, but two. Mars is no longer a distant dream, but a destination within our reach. The journey to make Mars our second home is one of ambition, ingenuity, and daunting challenges. It's a story of relentless human spirit and the drive to push beyond our limits. What technology will carry us across the vast expanse of space? What new inventions will be needed to bridge the gap between two worlds? How will we survive on a planet so hostile to life, where the air is unbreathable and the cold can kill in minutes? And how close are we to calling Mars home? What will it take to transform this barren world into a place where humans can thrive? We'll explore why Mars captivates us, why it has inspired generations of dreamers, scientists, and explorers. We'll look at the machines bridging the gap, robotic explorers and rovers paving the way for human arrival. And we'll confront the hurdles we must overcome, from deadly radiation and planet-wide dust storms to the psychological challenges of isolation and distance. We'll imagine life for the first Martian pioneers, building homes from Martian soil, growing food in greenhouses, and forging a new society on a distant world. We'll search for water in a frozen desert, unlocking the secrets of survival and sustainability on Mars. Finally, we'll consider the timeline for this grand endeavor, how soon we might see the first footprints on Martian soil, and what milestones lie ahead. And we'll reflect on what it means for humanity's future, how reaching Mars could change not just our technology, but our very sense of who we are. The quest to colonize Mars is more than science. It's a reflection of our primal urge to explore, to seek out new frontiers, and to write the next chapter of our story. The story of Mars is the next chapter in the story of us, a testament to our courage, our curiosity, and our unyielding hope for the future. Why Mars? What makes this distant red world so compelling, so worthy of our dreams and ambitions? Of all the planets in our solar system, why choose this cold, dusty world that seems so inhospitable at first glance? Mars is our neighbor in space, orbiting just beyond Earth. Its day is just over 24 hours, and it experiences seasons much like our own planet, making adaptation for humans more feasible than anywhere else beyond Earth. Unlike the gas giants or the scorched surface of Venus, Mars is a rocky planet with solid ground beneath our feet, a place where we can build, explore, and perhaps even thrive. Evidence from orbiters and rovers suggests Mars once had flowing rivers, vast lakes, and maybe even an ancient ocean, a watery past that could have supported life as we know it. This makes Mars a scientific treasure trove, a place where we can search for signs of ancient life and unravel the mysteries of planetary evolution. But Mars is also profoundly different from Earth. Its atmosphere is thin, made mostly of carbon dioxide, and completely unbreathable for humans. The average temperature is a frigid -80 degrees Fahrenheit, and any water is locked away as ice, hidden beneath the surface or at the poles. We choose Mars not because it's easy, but because it's possible. It's the most Earth-like planet within our reach, offering a real chance for humanity to expand beyond our homeworld. Mars offers resources like water ice and carbon dioxide, vital ingredients for making air, fuel, and even growing food, if we can learn to harness them. Colonizing Mars could ensure our species' long-term survival, protecting us from extinction events, and giving us a new world to call home. Becoming a multi-planetary species is the ultimate insurance policy for humanity's future, opening up endless possibilities for exploration and growth. Mars is our first best chance to take that step, to reach beyond Earth and begin a new chapter in the story of human civilization. Getting to Mars is nothing like going to the moon. Mars is a distant shore, a 6 to 9 month journey through deep space. Astronauts face constant cosmic radiation, so spacecraft must be heavily shielded. We need powerful, reusable rockets like SpaceX's Starship to make Mars travel routine. These rockets are the foundation of any colonization plan. Landing is the next challenge. The 7 minutes of terror, as the craft slows from 12,000 miles per hour to a stop, all autonomously. The thin Martian atmosphere complicates safe landings, especially for heavy crewed vehicles. NASA, SpaceX, and others are racing to solve these problems, blending government and private innovation. The new space race's finish line isn't the moon, it's the first human footprints on Mars. The journey is long, but the path is being paved. Landing on Mars is just the beginning. This raises profound questions. What rights will they have? Who will write the laws, and how will justice be served so far from home? What happens when the first child is born on Mars? How will families grow and thrive in such a challenging environment? Physically, Mars's gravity is just 38% of Earth's, leading to muscle and bone loss. The human body will be forced to adapt in ways we can only begin to imagine. Daily exercise will be crucial, but the long-term effects are unknown. New medical challenges may emerge requiring constant vigilance and innovation. The first Martians will be explorers and experiments. Every day they'll learn more about how humans can survive and thrive on another world. They'll shape not just a new outpost but a new society, forging traditions and cultures unique to Mars. The human element will define Mars as much as any technology. Our creativity, empathy, and determination will be our greatest tools. Survival will depend on adaptability, both of body and mind. Every challenge will demand new solutions and new ways of thinking. The future Martian is a pioneer in every sense, bold, resilient, and ready to redefine what it means to be human, millions of miles from home. When will these visions become reality? The timeline is debated, but the path is clear. Robotic exploration is underway, rovers scout, sample, and test key technologies. Experts predict the first human landing in the late 2030s or early 2040s, short missions to prove we can survive and return. A permanent base could follow in the 2050s, with rotating crews and growing reliance on local resources. True self-sufficiency, manufacturing, agriculture, industry may take until the next century. The ultimate goal, a thriving, independent Martian civilization. Each phase builds on the last, moving from exploration to settlement. The journey will be long, but the first steps are already being taken. Mars is no longer a distant dream, it's a work in progress. Today, the dream of Mars colonization is closer than ever, but major hurdles remain. Robotic explorers like Perseverance are collecting samples and testing life support technologies. NASA's Artemis program is preparing for lunar missions to test systems vital for Mars. The moon is our training ground. What we learn there will shape Mars missions. SpaceX's Starship is revolutionizing launch capabilities, aiming to carry people and cargo to Mars affordably. Yet, the biggest challenges are human radiation protection, closed-loop life support, and psychological resilience. We haven't solved deep space health risks or built systems that can recycle air and water for years. The real challenge is survival. Mars's atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide and so thin that unprotected humans wouldn't last seconds. Habitats and suits must be perfectly sealed, a single leak is fatal. Radiation is a constant threat. Mars lacks a magnetic field and thick atmosphere, exposing colonists to dangerous cosmic rays. Long-term habitats will need to be shielded, likely underground or covered in Martian soil. Martian dust is another hazard. Fine, toxic, and abrasive, it can damage equipment and harm humans. Dust storms can engulf the planet for weeks, blocking sunlight and threatening solar power supplies. Colonists must have robust plans for air, radiation, dust, and storms. Every aspect of life will require technology and vigilance far beyond anything on Earth. Mars demands total preparedness. Survival means constant adaptation. The environment is unforgiving, but with resilience it can be endured. After surviving the elements, the next step is building a home. Early habitats will be prefabricated modules from Earth, compact, efficient, and engineered for survival. But shipping everything is costly. The long-term goal is to use local resources, ISRU, or in situ resource utilization. Underground habitats, in lava tubes or beneath regolith, offer natural protection from radiation and temperature swings. Water as key ice can be mined, melted, purified, and split into oxygen and hydrogen for air and fuel. Food will be grown in hydroponic or aeroponic farms, since Martian soil is toxic. Early crops will be fast-growing and resilient: lettuce, radishes, potatoes. Over time, sustainable agriculture will support a varied diet. The first Martian-grown meal will be a milestone as significant as the first step. Independence depends on mastering local resources. Home on Mars means adapting, innovating, and thriving. The greatest challenges of Mars exploration may be human, not just technical. While rockets and habitats can be engineered, the human mind and body must adapt to an entirely new world. Martian pioneers will face extreme isolation, cut off from Earth, living in confined spaces for years at a time, with only a handful of companions for support and company. Communication delays mean no real-time conversations. Autonomy is essential. Astronauts will need to make critical decisions on their own, without immediate help from mission control. Psychological resilience will be as vital as technical skill. Coping with stress, loneliness, and the monotony of daily routines will test even the strongest minds. Early missions will be temporary, but true colonization means people staying for good, becoming permanent Martians, building lives and communities far from Earthers. Social and psychological challenges of isolation are only beginning to be understood. Solving these problems is the next great frontier. The groundwork is being laid, but the hardest work lies ahead. Colonizing Mars is more than survival. It's a testament to our spirit. Humanity has always been driven to explore, to cross new frontiers. Mars is the next horizon, a challenge that can unite and inspire us. Technologies developed for Mars, recycling, solar power, food production will benefit Earth. By reaching for Mars, we also learn to care for our own planet. Becoming multiplanetary safeguards the legacy of human consciousness. All our art, science, and dreams are on one fragile world. Mars offers a backup. A Martian colony doubles our chances of survival. The first human steps on Mars are now a matter of when, not if. The journey will be perilous, but overcoming challenges is what defines us. We see not a barren wasteland, but a new beginning. Mars is our next home. The story is just beginning.